We do is obviously our flagship training, and that's disability equality training. And what we do with that 4-hour session is really work to change people's perceptions of disability. And I think what I love about it is that if there are any disabled people in the room, usually when I talk about my lived experience, they can really resonate with that and they feel like someone's actually speaking their language almost. And oftentimes we get really positive feedback at the end of sessions. You actually feel like you understand what's going on with me. I'm having all these problems in my workplace, and now I feel more confident to speak up about them or to speak to somebody about this in HR. And obviously the key thing is getting a whole team involved in that training, not just the disabled people at that organisation. It's also their colleagues and their managers or adjacent teams, or even people from every level of the organisation, because they're the ones that can actually input change into these organisations and start thinking more inclusive rather than seeing it as an afterthought. So we work specifically with organisations to identify where lots of these barriers for disabled people are occurring within their own workplaces, and we work with them to come up with solutions to these barriers. So things like reasonable adjustment, we will talk about how they can break down the barriers by providing things like Anne-Marie was mentioning, more flexible working, looking at whether you can do hybrid working, whether you can more training for your team so that they understand things like neurodiversity a little bit more and how to communicate with people whose brains work a little bit differently, who process information differently, rather than excluding them from processes or berating them for getting things wrong,
Mhm.
when actually it's not their fault. They just weren't communicated with in the right way.